Imagine this, a little kid holding a seed, tiny thing. Doesn't look like much, right? He could throw it, step on it, even forget it's in his pocket. But if he drops it in soil, waters it, waits, boom, oak tree, shade for generations, houses made of wood, squirrels living in its branches, air purified, whole ecosystems born from one tiny choice. Now here's the kicker. Your words, your questions, your attention, they're the seeds. When you ask what's important about that, you're not being polite. You're digging into the soil of someone's soul and hitting the root system that runs deeper than their excuses. And that is where the magic happens. Why does this work? Neurology first. Every time someone talks about their values, family, freedom, love, health, their brain lights up dopamine pathways like a Christmas tree. They literally feel good just talking about it, which means you're not persuading them. You're giving them a neurological high. Motivational interviewing calls this change talk. Erickson would call it leading someone to discover what they already knew. I call it stop trying to shove shit down people's throats and let them taste their own honey. Resistance. Resistance isn't a wall, it's fuel. It's energy misdirected, like a river blocked by a rock. It's still flowing. And all you've got to do is carve a channel, and suddenly the water does the work for you. Someone says, I want to go to the gym. Cool, why? Because I want to look better. And what's important about that? Because when I look better, I feel confident. And what's important about that? Because when I feel confident, I show up better for my kids. Bam. Now the gym is parenting. Try fighting that. The brain won't let them. That's hypnosis. That's karma. That's science. The big picture, the gym is health, energy, being alive for your kid's graduation, walking your daughter down the aisle, living long enough to spoil your grandkids rotten. The details. Step 1, put on shoes. Step 2, walk in. Step 3, sweat. That's it. You already do this unconsciously when you say I'm hungry. You're chunking up to survival and chunking down to I want pizza. Same process. Someone says I can't change. Reframe it. Funny, your cells change every 7 years. Your blood renews itself every 4 months. Your skin replaces itself every month. You're literally a walking example of change. You've never once been the same person twice. So the only thing not changing is the bullshit belief that you don't change. Someone says it's too late. Ever heard of the guy who planted an orchard at 70? At 80, he ate the apples. At 90, his grandchildren sold cider. Time's not the problem. Waiting is. Someone says, I'm afraid what people will think. Analogy. It's like a bird refusing to sing because another bird might not like the melody. Well, fuck that. Birds sing because that's what they do. And you've got a song too. If you don't do this, you keep circling the same swamp, stuck in the same limiting loops, drained, frustrated, numbing yourself with distractions. Regret builds like rust. And the worst pain, knowing you could have but didn't. If you do this, you lead conversations like a sculptor sharpening marble, revealing the statue that was always inside. You'll anchor actions to identity so powerfully. People move, not because you told them to, but because it's who the fuck you are. And when you live like this, people follow, kids respect, Lovers admire. Strangers listen. Here's the truth. You don't change people by force. You don't even change them with logic. You change them by holding up a mirror so crystal clear they see the hero they were always meant to be. And then their own brain does the work for you. This is persuasion. This is hypnosis. This is karma. So next time you feel the urge to convince, stop. Ask, what's important about that? Let them speak. Let them feel their own words hit their own nervous system like dopamine. And then lead them, pace them, anchor their values to the path that you want them to walk. That's how you stop being a pushy bastard and start being the kind of guide people actually thank later. And when you integrate all this, chunking up, chunking down, pacing, leading, anchoring values, you stop living in circles of bullshit excuses and you start living as the divine energy that says, here are the consequences, here's the karma, act or don't. But if you don't, life will smack your ass harder than I ever could. And you're unconscious. It's already running this. Because the seed's been planted. An oak tree doesn't need reminders to grow.